Hey there, boys, girls, and flying squirrels. My name's Joe Keyport, and you're listening to the Ear Coffee Podcast. For this very special episode, Wes and I ventured out of Ear Coffee HQ and into the green room of the 7th Street entry to talk to the Gully Boys for their brand new EP, Phony, which is out today. We checked in with the band just before they took the stage for night 2 of their residency at the entry. The band discussed how their songwriting has changed between their debut record and this EP, paying homage through a little bit of irreverence to iconic music videos for new song number 2 and a potential band, TikTok. This is an interview we've been waiting for a long time, so without further ado, it's Natty, Kathy, and Natalie of the Gully Boys. Welcome to the most recent episode of the Ear Coffee Podcast. My name is Joe Keyport. I'm joined by
Wes Mullenberg.
And we have 3 very special guests as we are in the basement of the 7th Street entry. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
My name is Natty. I am in Gully Boys, obviously, and I drum and sing.
I'm Kathy. I'm also in Gully Boys, and I sing and play guitar.
I'm Natalie. I'm actually in Gully Boys.
Wow.
And I play bass and sing a little bit.
Nice. And as I mentioned, we are in the bottom of... Who's sound checking right now?
That would be the Bad Man.
Oh, exciting. As you are just getting ready for night 2 of your residency here at the 7th Street, I know we're like one show in. Mm-hmm. How's it going so far?
Last week was sick. It was like 50 tickets from selling out, which is pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
On a Sunday
For
in a
a Sunday
blizzard.
night? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
it was like snowing.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm almost sad that we're already on night 2.
It's
I know,
like
yeah.
half
Like
over.
it's going by too quickly.
Fleeting.
I know.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I'm looking forward to every single week, so I don't know, I feel like I'm like excited
Yeah.
for Sunday, which is usually like not the opposite. I'm like, oh god, it's the end of the
Yeah.
weekend, gotta go, but I'm like looking forward to it, so it's been fun.
I know after seeing photos from last Sunday, I definitely was like, oh man, I wish I was there. Unfortunately, I don't have my Sunday evening, so...
Yeah.
He lives in Pine City, which is like an hour away. He's got a
Holy buckets.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Well,
Thanks for coming.
I work in Pine City and then I live here technically, but... We're not going to really do too much of like the how Gully Boys got together since you've talked about it enough times.
20 billion times.
legendary
At this point. Yeah. But I do want to know how your approach to songwriting has changed since as you progressed coming from
Yeah.
here, because obviously you were just learning your instruments as Not So Brave
Yeah.
came out, and you've been working and writing songs slowly as you have an EP coming out soon.
Yeah.
I don't know when we're releasing this. Either it's the day of or within a few days of.
Okay.
So just talk about that, how this has changed and evolved over the last
It's
few
changed
years.
a lot. I feel like we're much more collaborative now.
Yeah, and we all know our roles.
Yeah.
I feel like
I think you can hear that even just listening to it. Like it's
Yeah.
much more like solid. Like everyone's not in their lanes because that almost sounds reductive. But like you definitely are a unit.
We're much more
Yeah.
intentional about it
Yeah.
now. Like
It's not an accident
Yeah, yeah. It's like we've kind of figured out the algorithm of writing
Yeah.
collaboratively and
The way we
fleshing
want to
things
write.
out.
Yeah.
like they write most of the lyrics in melody,
Okay.
and then they bring it to me, and I like.
Natty's
am
the editor-in-chief.
and I'm like,
Okay.
rearrange this, do it this way, and then we add drums to it, and then that's how it goes now.
That's how it
We've
rolls.
started
So they
adding.
have like one practice a week where they just write together, which is
Yeah.
cool.
On the closing
Yeah, it's
track, I
fun.
think we have the order right. You sing lead, correct?
Yeah.
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 What kind of inspired that? Because that was a very. It was like, oh, that caught me off guard. It was really cool to hear, and just hearing even like the harmony bits on some of the other songs. It's been a while since I've listened to Not So Brave all the way through, so maybe it's just a little bit like a misremembering it. But it seemed
No,
like
it's totally
harmonics
different.
were way and
Yeah.
harmonies were way more intentional.
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah.
my shit. So I love that.
You're gonna like our EP then.
I do. I already
Yeah,
do.
we do.
We only do this just to get advanced copies of EPs.
Yeah. Send that over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, before I drummed, I am a singer. I'm a choral singer.
Yeah.
And I was a vocal performance major for a while. So I feel like I kind of missed singing. So Kathy wrote a song, and I just asked her if I could sing it. And I liked the idea of going like back and forth between like verse and chorus.
Yeah, it's fun.
And then all
I like a
three doing
break.
it in the middle. Yeah.
Just keep it fresh.
Keep it
Switch
fresh.
things up.
Well, a testament to the way we write songs now is a song that we wrote recently, like the day of recording. Like we were in the studio and we basically finished writing it there because we were donated some studio time, and maybe 20 minutes before, Natalie and I both wrote a separate part for the new song that
Without
just
like
happened
consulting each other.
Yeah, we didn't even. I didn't tell her I was gonna do it. She didn't tell me, and then we sent it to each other, and it went so well together.
It's a seamless bridge.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
But
Both lyrics and melody.
it's cute.
Yeah.
It is cute.
Toasty Dorbs. Yeah.
It's totes adorbs. I love it. Yeah, I mean, that was
Sync.
a very stressful day for me.
It was.
But it was-
Well, me and you were both writing our parts while we were recording it, and we're like, now we gotta do another take. I didn't like that bass part that I just wrote on the
recording we
spot.
had, I was like, oh, that's the drum part. Cool. Hopefully I remember that for next time.
And it just
Stressful.
turned out.
That's like the polar opposite of our EP, to be honest. Like that was more like in the style of how we were doing things for Not So Brave.
I think, and it
That's
also was
true.
just like, I enjoyed that because we got to
It was like a challenge.
challenge ourselves. Yeah. No pressure and low stakes.
Yeah.
Fun time. But
Did you record Phony at Pachyderm then
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
So did you get to do the full like Pachyderm experience? Because you recorded
Yeah.
Not So Brave there as well,
Yeah.
which you almost didn't go to that session. Is
Yeah.
that what I heard
Yeah.
in the Brian Oak
Well,
interview?
Yeah.
I was like, I had a temperature of like 102, and I was like dying at home.
That was just the tour of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Okay.
just our
Okay.
tour. Yeah, that was our tour, and they were like trying to get us down there, and we were like, I don't know, and then
Yeah.
y'all were like,
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Oh, rush hour. We're gonna be so late anyway.
But we did Phony there. We did five songs.
Yeah.
In the same amount of time that we did, what was it, 12 or something, 11
songs.
songs for our album. So it was a lot more relaxed. It was still kind of rushed, and we actually went back for another day. So I take that back. We had more time working on the CP in
Okay.
the studio.
well, it's because I feel like we realized when we were in the recording studio at first, we were like, we just have to record our songs exactly how we wrote them, which is like, obviously, but we were able to like add more like little riffs on there this time and add like some harmonies that we came up on the spot. So we were like, oh, we can actually like spend more time. And then Nick, our sound engineer, gave us so much like good intentional feedback that we were able to.
He's like our producer.
He is. He's our dad, to be
Yeah, he's
honest.
our dad.
he's,
The Gully Dad. Yeah.
he
Yeah.
is the Gully father.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Is there a specific reason you went with an EP over another full length? Just
We were just
wrote
eager. I
5 good
think.
songs.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We just wanted to put something out again.
Okay,
and
yeah.
We wrote songs over that period of time. We're like, okay, let's just do that.
And there's less pressure with an EP. It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we did so much so fast for the LP, and this time it was like, okay, less pressure. It's just 5 songs, so let's make them the best 5 songs we've ever
Yeah.
written.
And we
And
wanted
Yeah.
to do. Yeah, we wanted to take our time on this.
Okay.
Yeah, and so for our LP, we've like decided like we're gonna spend like all next year like writing it and like giving it
Okay.
yeah.
plenty of room to mature.
Is there a bit of a? Do you feel there's a bit of like a vibe change between the two records? Just because obviously the one you felt like you had to get everything out, and because you did 12 songs in a, you say around the same amount of time, maybe a little less time
Right,
than you did
right.
this 5.
Yeah.
Does that cause a little bit of a vibe change? Do you think?
so.
Or
Yeah. I
Feels
feel like
more
also
cohesive.
we were like babies when we wrote. Like
Yeah.
we like wrote songs. Like I can't even listen to some of the songs that we put on Not So Brave. I'm
Yeah.
just like, what
I
the-
know. I hate
This
them
is
now.
bull.
I'm like, "Ugh, those are the lyrics.
Yeah,
I
I'm like
wrote."
skip. Listen,
Right.
but
It's always weird to hear bands do that, but like it makes sense,
Yeah.
I guess, because like there's been a couple of interviews we've done where like, yeah, our first album sucked ass, and you're like, what? It's so good though.
There's one song that I don't think we've literally ever played live.
yeah,
Oh,
we
what-
played it live for our album release.
Did
show.
we do it?
Yes,
we
we
did.
did.
what
Yeah.
song was that one?
It's
Brick
titled wrong on the
Yeah, it's titled Dream Girl because
Dream Girl.
Spotify messed it up.
Yeah.
At
Oh.
Spotify, please fix this.
Don't
Yeah,
listen to that one.
switch two
It's
songs. Yeah, just
Yeah,
don't.
delete that.
Yeah, I think it was Dream Girl and Savior No Saving got switched.
No, Dream Girl
Dream
and
Girl
Brickmouth.
Brickmouth, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gotcha.
yeah. Brickmouth. Ugh.
Yeah, those songs we like rushed to wrote. That's my sister, by the way.
Whoa.
Hi, you can come.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, I feel like with this song, I feel like this is where like teenagers now. Like, we wrote that song as like
Right.
babies.
We're babies. Now we're
tweens.
adolescent pups.
Yeah.
We're very angsty.
Yeah.
We're just figuring out our personalities.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
We all had a lot of personal growth this year, which I feel like was reflected really heavily in our.
Right, and together. So that's basically all we wrote about.
Yeah.
Kind of sticking with the songs from last record before we switch over into talking a little bit more about Phony. Referencing that Brian Oak interview you did, you mentioned that Neopet Graveyard and a number of other songs came from just like memes you found on the internet. How many other songs were named that way?
It's really just new song number 2, and that's not even a meme. That's just a didn't get a name.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We had a couple nicknames.
Yeah,
for things,
I mean, I don't even know what some of the names of our songs are.
You Should Sleep Alone is supposed to be.
Is Baby Boy.
It's not supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be.
It's,
but we call it
Baby Boy because that was the newest song.
They're all
we
like
wrote.
new baby.
Baby boy.
Yeah. One of our songs that we had titled, it was called, it's still on set list, it's called Short and Fast.
Yeah.
It's the shortest and fastest song.
It's
that we
actually
wrote.
not.
It's not shorter
It's the
at
same
all.
length.
I know, but we thought so.
It felt fast.
It's short and fast. We can't write songs that are longer or shorter than 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know why.
Yeah.
We just even when we like edit it down, we're like, okay, let's get it. No.
That's
our-
like 250. It's like 10
It's the
seconds.
magic.
Yeah.
It's the magic number.
3:30. It is.
Well, so you released a music video for new song and new song number 2 a few weeks ago, right? I don't know what day it is. Who am I? But in that video, you worked with Maria Davidson. So how did you all get in contact with them and kind of put that music video together?
Yeah.
She and I went to film school together.
Okay.
We were in the same cinematography degree area.
Where'd you go to school?
MCTC.
Okay.
So and the program was really small, like 15 people.
Yeah.
So it was really tight, and we all got to know each other really quickly, and we were on like 15 projects together or something. So we established a lot of trust with each other beforehand. And she works at Cinequipped, so she was able to get us in to their studio for much cheaper than it would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she just like kind of hooked us up and
Yeah.
was like, I want to help y'all and.
We wanted to work with a non-male director.
Yeah. Well, and she's just awesome. She's
Yeah.
got
We
a
kind
lot
of gave
good
her the
stuff.
ideas and showed up, and it was like she worked magic
We
in
were
there.
like, what?
She'd
Oh
be
my
like,
God.
we did all our
She
own
made a
costuming
PowerPoint.
and
Nice.
yeah. We did all our own makeup and costuming, and then she'd be like, okay, go change in your next outfit. And we'd come back to the studio like an hour later, and it would be like totally
It was like a gym.
transformed.
Like it went from like the Help set
Yeah.
to like the Nirvana set, which I was
Yeah.
like, are you? What?
it was like the light was totally
Yeah.
different.
The
The
fog
walls were
machine.
different. There
Yeah,
was,
there was
basketball
suddenly walls.
hoops. It was
I
insane.
loved watching your amazement too, because I'm like, I used to do that, and I loved being on the other side of it. It was a little stressful to like have to sit back and relax because I was like, I just could be in there doing the lights right now, but no, they just did it so quick and precisely.
So the idea for the music video was your idea then?
Yeah.
How did you pick the specific videos you were gonna take from to pay homage to?
It took a while.
Yeah,
to
Because, like-
and we started with like 15 different bands. And
Yeah.
we were like, we can't do that.
You did that, yeah.
We met at Mortimer's a few times, and so we had a completely different idea at first, and it was like a high concept.
What was that original idea?
It was like,
too
We
much.
started
It
in
was
one
too
place, and then we like,
and then we crawled under the bed, and
crawled
we were
under
like
the-
transported.
and then
into
there's
this-
like boy versions of us, and we fight them.
and like
Save that for later.
Yeah,
know.
exactly. It was just
I
some
was
crazy
like,
thing.
boys, I don't think you know how hard it is
Yeah.
to do all these different things.
So
we cut it
how
down.
did that? We were, I don't even know. I think we were like watching a music video or something, and we
think
were
so,
like,
too.
wait, and like the Ariana Grande video had just come out where they were like
Yeah, yeah,
cameoing stuff for like the Mean Girls, and we were like, wait a second, like that'd be funny if we like made fun of boy bands,
Right.
'cause
And like
we-
we're a boy band
We're a boy
too.
band.
So
We can like insert ourselves amongst.
I think
boy
we might have
babies.
saw Dirty Pop or something, or
Oh yeah,
Pop
we were
by
watching
NSYNC.
NSYNC. We
Yeah.
watched that music video. A
And they were
lot.
like, "What if we did a dance?" And then,
worst idea.
Yeah, and then we were like, okay, we could do this like be like the decades, and so we like kind of like started each decade, and we're like, okay, who was like a really prominent band in each? So we were like, okay, we can start
Had to
with
start
Queen.
with the Beatles. Oh wait,
Yeah,
Queen.
we started with Queen, and it was also like around the time when the Queen movie came out, so we were like,
Yeah.
this is perfect. But yeah,
we wanted to make it. We cut it down basically because we wanted everyone to really know what we were referencing every time too. We didn't want it to be obscure. So
I think it's funny because at one point we were going to include Devo.
Were we? We totally were.
We totally were. And then,
shit.
and then we ended up covering Devo, and we're like, okay, there's a little homage too.
What bands didn't make the cut?
Jackson 5,
One Direction.
One Direction, yeah.
they just like didn't look. They didn't have a look.
Yeah, they didn't have a distinct enough.
Exactly. And we had toyed around with their little dance break, like the terrible dance break in Best Song Ever. And I think we decided that the dance break was more deserving for NSYNC.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're like, that's the boy band they're gonna
That's
do.
something.
They had to cut it like a million times because I could never
We
get
did
the
it
dance
so
right.
many times,
I was,
and
like,
that
winded.
was the best take.
Yeah, I know.
Like I just can't move my body. I can't give it directions.
Yeah. My favorite is
Too white.
Kathy, you either had like fully spread fingers or Barbie hands. There's no
I
relax.
would like switch back and forth.
Yeah.
I
like that monkey
physically
meme.
can't watch the floor humping. Like I
Oh
cannot
my God.
look at it
That
when
was
we do that.
that was definitely something to watch.
Yeah, I
I was like,
We like added that day of because we're like, okay, they do include this in the
It's
original
funny as
music
hell.
video.
We
Yeah.
did it.
My grandma was like, I could have gone without that part. I was like,
means you're doing it.
I love you,
Yeah.
Grandma.
Means it needed to be in there.
Family feedback is always the best.
Yeah.
yeah, he's like the critic.
God.
Talk about the Devo bit though. How
yeah.
did y'all decide to cover Devo among obviously Last Import doing ABBA
they were funny.
and other?
They gave us a list to choose from, and,
Yeah.
and they had the best costumes.
Yeah, and then we wanted to do the Uncontrollable Urge. So we were like, we really want to play this song. And the problem was we only knew 2 Devo songs.
You're right.
And
everyone
We had
know.
to learn.
we had
Songs we
yeah,
never
like
heard
I feel like
before.
Devo made it in our Spotify like rap
Every song.
because we listened to them
always
on
does that.
I'm
repeat.
pissed
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah.
I listened to it for hours.
I know, I would,
and
like, go to
ruined
sleep.
My whole rap.
Yeah.
listening to. Yeah, but it was really fun. I'm actually glad we chose that. And then we had our
It was a
friends
good
come
challenge.
and play. Yeah, exactly. I feel like a better musician because of it.
Was that the same night y'all did the Blue Man Group thing, or was that
Yes.
different? Okay.
Oh my
What
God.
was that? Because they
What,
know who you
what
are.
was that?
They
That's
know
a
who
great
you are
question.
now.
Okay, so
You're equal to the
it's
Blue Man
actually
Group.
to tie back to our music video. We were going to do Blue Man Group as like the
In the
last
credits?
part of our
Yeah.
music video.
So we bought all the shit for it, and we had it, and we were like,
And we
gotta
just ran
do
out
this.
of time. We're like, okay, this is just too much. So we're like, when else can we use it?
And I'm kind of glad that we didn't end up using it for the music video because it looks
It looks so bad.
Terrible.
It looks
The freaking
so
cake.
bad. Yeah. Yes. The like wrinkles of the swim cap.
We were down here painting ourselves while everyone was wrapping up.
People just come down. They're like, what? What are you
And
doing?
we were like, went straight from Devo to just painting ourselves blue. And Kathy and Natalie are like putting it on their hands and just like rubbing it in like lotion on their legs. And I'm like, this is so intense.
It smelled so bad.
Yeah, I smelled like what was it, like sulfur for like 2 days.
I felt like it was in my mouth and in my nose
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, not good.
But it brought the recognition of the Blue Man Group. So
Yeah, I know. He's gonna get a nose ring now. So
Yeah.
And Kathy tweeted, "Can we please open for you?" Which I just can't even imagine opening for Blue Man Group.
The amount of times I go into our DMs and see who Kathy has asked for us to open for.
I just like to message and harass celebrities.
Hi, we love you.
And it's always like, "You're our mom." Like,
Hi, Mom. I love you.
yeah.
is that method, that kind of guerrilla DMing, how you found some of the bands for the residency?
No.
No, unfortunately.
We have talked
kind
to
of, I
people,
guess.
though. Like we talked to Nico Case on
Yeah.
Twitter because of that,
Oh,
and
I
like
always tweeted her.
Almost.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a response.
Nico, I love you. Hi.
I know you like. Was it you who tweeted Harmar and Nico?
no,
It was you, and you're like, "How do you know each
How do
other?"
you know each other? Yeah.
It's like, ooh, she's gonna respond to this because I know Harmar.
And then Harmar was like, "Now we're all friends," and I'm like, "Are we?"
Can't wait for the co-headlining Nico Case tour.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, for this residency, I feel like, I don't know, we've played with almost all of these bands before, and so a lot of it was just like me asking, like in the summertime, like we played with the Bad Man actually like this summer, and
Yeah,
I was
the
like,
festival,
hey,
Stillwater.
I know it's like a few months out, but would y'all want to do this? And they were like, actually down. And then Beasthead played our album release show, and then
And
all
our
the,
first residence.
and our first, yeah.
We're
go
just
way
good-
back.
We're good buds.
Yeah.
Doug is one of our faves. Well, honestly, also we picked the Bad Man because one of their dads is like really into us on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure it's like the handle's like Dad Minnesota or something
Minnesota
like that.
Dad.
Yeah,
Yes,
Minnesota.
yeah. Something like that.
It's very
He
accurate.
messages us all the time. Please play with the bad man.
And we're like, okay, we'll do it. Okay.
We'll give you what you want.
He asks so nicely every time.
I know.
Yeah, he'll like.
We'll give you what you want.
It's so funny. He'll like message us on Facebook too. My son is in the Bad Men. You should play a show together.
He got the
Love him.
Stillwater Lumberjack Days to rearrange the schedule so that we could play right
Yeah.
before the Badman, so he could see us both.
he
That's
messaged Lumberjack Days and was like, and it was before. So he had messaged us and he was like, "Are y'all playing Lumberjack Days?" And we were like, "No, I don't think so. We haven't been asked."
He's like,
And then he messaged Lumberjack Days and was like, "Please bring Gully Boys to Lumberjack Days." And then Lumberjack Days messaged us and we're like, "We'd love to invite you." And then responded back to him. And he was like, "We have good news for you." What's his name?
I forgot. He's Dad
so
Minnesota.
bad.
I can't remember.
No, I think it's like JT.
Is it
Dad-
JT Mullinex?
Yeah.
That's him? Okay.
JT. Something.
Yeah, he DM'd us today and was like, "Please set aside a 2X shirt I will be purchasing later." And I was like, of course. Anything for you, Dad.
Yeah. But we have a lot of fathers.
father
as-
figures.
Yeah, we do.
And like for like Marijuana Death Squads, we played that the Broder residency with them in January. And I had like known Ryan Olsen just like, I don't even know how. But I just texted him in like June and I was like, "Hey, just want to put this on your radar." And then he was like, "Yeah, that actually sounds fun. Let me talk to the band." And then he responded, he was like, "Yeah, lock in the 15th." And I was just like, just one text, that's all it took. And I was like, okay, this is, yeah. I was like, holy shit. And then I think that's when once we locked in Marijuana Death Squads, we like kind of built the residency around that because we were like, okay, let's set different vibes and have different parts of the music scene for each the night. part.
Gotcha. That makes sense now. Thinking of it, each like.
Yeah, we wanted to start it with like a lot of the bands that we played right when we were starting the DIY scene and like
Basement
really like
shows.
yeah and like
Yeah.
thanking them for like they were like some especially like Harper's Jar, like they were extremely nice to us when we had no idea what we were doing and like really welcomed us into the scene, so it was nice to have them. And then like Beasthead has been like one of our friends for a while.
Yeah, we're like paying back all the bands that have built us up for
Yeah.
3 years. And
Yeah, we've never played with Lydia Liza though.
I'm so
yeah,
pumped
I'm
for that
so
one.
excited
Yeah.
for that. Oh my god.
She's been a friend of ours, especially on the web. So
She's hilarious. You ever watch her Instagram stories?
yeah, it's
She's
the best
the
TV
funniest
show.
person I follow on Instagram,
Okay.
and I know her in
I like
real life.
I like save her stories for when I'm like
Me
I can
too.
like watch in silence and enjoy them.
They're so funny. You got it. Recommend.
Moving ahead for like the end of this year, and by the end I mean the very last day of this year into the first few days of next year, we got a tour going on.
Yeah,
Baby
tour. 2020 baby.
I heard through the grapevine that you have a TikTok exclusively created for that tour.
I just think that we have a lot of creative and funny potential, and I think we should channel it into
And
TikTok.
They have a lot of
Absolutely.
bits between those.
We
two.
got a lot of bits saved up, and we noticed that there's the E-Boys are very popular right now, and we can make a play on Gully
the
E-Boys.
Gully Boys.
We're gonna make fun of them, and
We got some content.
Got some content.
Do search for Gully Boys on TikTok because we tried to low-key find it earlier. There's a lot of just Indian guys.
Well, that's the thing is because there's
So
a movie
many.
called Gully Boys
Yeah.
from India that came out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
They were just like,
There's
all
like
right.
a whole thing there.
We saw it coming when we came up with our band name because we Googled it and we're like, oh, this movie in India is coming out in like a couple of years, and then we're like, okay, whatever.
And then
And
we're
now it's like
one of the
everything.
biggest movies. Like
we
it's
get
like
a lot
winning
of
massive
listeners
awards.
from India because of it.
Oh,
Yeah, they
interesting.
tag us. A lot of followers. It would take just 1 second to realize that we are not that movie, but
Right.
They stick around for some reason.
I know exactly.
Yeah, it's cute.
I'm not complaining.
It's cute. Yeah, we're doing a little tour.
Do an India tour.
I don't know. Well,
I think everyone would be massively disappointed if we came as the Gully Boys tour and then we are not the actual Gully Boys.
I think it's like a musical.
It's a
too,
musical.
right?
It's about a rapper. So we would really just
Interesting.
not
Yeah,
be-
dang.
We should do a double headlining tour.
Yeah,
There's also another Gully Boys. All the Gully Boys.
in Vermont. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vermont Indian. But yeah, I'm excited for that little mini tour. That'd be cute. Cute and fun.
Since we're already talking about the beginning of 2020 and kind of the end of this year, other than the residency and the little tour, what else do you got coming out for the rest of this year and the beginning of next year that people should be aware of on your radar?
We're playing WrestleMania in the main room.
Oh, yeah, that's so funny. I cannot
So that'll
wait.
be good. Yeah.
My dad laughed so hard when I told him that.
I'm very excited for that one. That'll be the
That's a great
4th.
reaction.
And then we're actually taking a pretty like a hefty break in January, and Kathy's gonna go to Mexico.
Oh my god,
exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've never left the country before except for Canada, but that doesn't count.
It's just,
But Mexico does?
Mexico's the other country.
Yeah.
They speak a different language.
They do Canada too.
They speak
I
French.
guess.
They mostly speak French.
But yeah, what else are we doing? In February, we have some shows, some out of town shows. We're playing Big Turn Music Festival in Red Wing, I think it is, on my birthday.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We're gonna try to
and
write.
We're trying to write.
Yeah.
Album
Album 2, EP 2, see
Yeah.
what comes.
yeah.
We'll see.
Hopefully going
Some
to
music
South by
videos?
Southwest. Please put good energy. We're like waiting
Absolutely.
on some news. So
Get that NPR coverage.
yeah, honestly, we're just like keeping our fingers crossed. We got some things in the works, but yeah, and then we're gonna hopefully go on a Pacific Northwest West Coast tour this summer.
How many tours have you gone on? Because you did the Nice tour this time last year. So was that your
Yeah.
first tour?
No, we
No.
did a 2.5 week, 3-week tour the summer before.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we did another one during South by because we want to do some like off the road showcases.
Yeah, we we went down to Austin and just played like 4 shows in Austin, which
Guess
was
that's
just
not
like
really
an
a tour,
Austin
was it?
tour. It was
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, so we've been on like 4 tours.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, and then, yeah.
Yeah, Taylor Seabird, Gender Confetti, Nice, and our tour, and then South by. No.
Oh yeah, of course. There was the tour with there was in Canada earlier this year.
Yeah,
that was with Gender
Gender
Confetti.
Confetti.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. So
Dang, feels like we've done more than that.
I know, it feels like
it's because we were like 3 weeks in one van.
It's because you
like
live an
a whole
entire lifetime when you go on tour.
You come back and you're wiser.
You're like, you don't know what I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting like tour updates from like people's Twitters is like the best thing.
Yeah.
Oh, your
I
car
love
broke?
to tweet.
Chaotic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is
So
the
much
most
happens.
chaotic one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely felt older when I came back.
Well, those are pretty much all of our official questions, so to say. Not that it was a very serious interview, which is always the best. I always like asking bands, especially bands that have such a wide range of connections and just friendships in the scene. What are some of your favorite recent local and even non-local releases that you just want to shout out? Like when we asked Vile this question, Taylor literally just had the 15-second snippet of new song number 2, which was her favorite song of the year. Like not even kidding, and she couldn't think of any other local music. So just turning back
Do
around
a-
and seeing
do a
what's
just
Dua
going
just
on.
put out an
songs.
amazing song called Pretty Kitten.
Oh my God,
And
it's
I've
so
listened to it
good.
since it came out on Thursday, probably 40 times.
Oh yeah,
It is so good.
Incredible.
because their EP was killer.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like got national attention.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
so good, and
Yes.
so this
Vinyl
song,
Me Please record of the month or
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
crazy.
then-
So that song is just like blew my mind.
Yeah. Well, Pierre just played with us this last Sunday, and
Their
I just,
new stuff.
Just forgot how fucking great they are.
They
Blows
did.
my mind every time.
I also like Harper's Jar. They put out a single a couple months ago, I think. Danny Golden Brown, Golden Blue.
Yeah.
Golden Blue.
Album 2020.
Yeah, that's such a good. But
Yeah.
And then Lydia Liza's new record is like mind blowing.
yeah, I can listen to B minor every
oh
single
my
day of
God.
my life.
Yeah,
It's
her
amazing.
lyrics. They hurt
Just
me.
cry.
They hurt
Just
me.
cry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good hurt.
Yeah,
It's
good
so
hurt.
And so
Cathartic
different
cry.
from like everything else I hear coming out of Minneapolis. It's
Yes.
just like
So
yeah.
singer-songwriter, but like in a
It's
way
like
that
Rock singer songwriter.
Yeah.
It's
Jeff
not-
Buckley 2.0.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jeff
Lydia Liza.
Buckley meets Tom Petty meets what's the other
Ooh.
one?
It's like Kate.
Oh,
Kate
oh
Bush.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
yours.
Kate Middleton.
That was you.
Because she's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, who else put out some good music that I can't stop listening? I mean, Mannequin Pussy, not local.
Mannequin
Oh.
Pussy.
Oh, wait,
I almost
best
asked about
band.
that, but
That's-
that's cliche. We all know it's.
Yeah, holy.
Album
No.
of the year, album of my life.
Yeah.
I can't stop bothering them on Instagram. I keep tagging them and shit.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
you.
keep turning.
Hi.
Hi,
Please
Mom.
notice me.
Please. Please, I love you.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Well, every time I listen to that album, I listen to it 3 times in a row.
It's
Yeah.
the flow of that album front to back is flawless. Like it should be illegal to put
I
that
almost
album on
crashed my car
shuffle.
because of how good it was. Like,
Oh my god,
Yeah, it's so good.
it's so good.
I could cry to Drunk 2 every day.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It like plays in my head.
Yeah.
I know
It's like it's like an angry cry, which is what I like. It's like
Yeah.
mean, but
You
also
know,
sad.
talk to me.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. At Mannequin Pussy, please take us on tour. I would die.
Yeah. Well, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, not
Mannequin
die.
Pussy take them on tour.
Well, after we tour.
Die
you know.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very happy death.
Well, awesome. Thank you for sitting down with us, especially before your show tonight. Have a
Yeah,
good
of course.
show.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks
We got
for
some downtime.
coming and doing this.
Of course.
On
We're
Sunday
gonna
night.
try to make it to one of the other ones.
Yeah, let us know.
I'm hoping the Static Panic one. 'Cause
Heck
I,
yeah.
I have yet to see them live a second
They are
time.
so good.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
else is playing that night? Static
Astral
Panic
Black.
and yeah.
Oh,
So
Veil,
Veil.
with members of Astral Black.
Yeah, but it has a female singer, so it'll be a little
Very
different take.
Exciting.
So that'll be good. That'll be a good one.
It'll all be good.
It'll all be good.
They'll all be
Come to
good.
all of them if you
Yes.
want.
Yeah.
Also buy the new merch that Natalie and hire Natalie for merch design.
Oh my
She's the
god!
best.
I'm
It
pumped.
it makes us look like a metal.
We
band,
are a metal band now.
and I like that.
Good.
I like to be
Yeah.
a little bit misleading. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
we're hard as
I want
fuck.
people to like hear our band name and see our merch and then be really confused when they see us.
Yeah,
I
just
like
like
that.
Well, the one downside is you can read the band name on the merch, and that's like a little anti-metal.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly,
like,
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's like the Phoebe Bridgers black metal like font
Yeah,
T-shirts.
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
The Ear Coffee Podcast is a companion to the blog of the same name. If you like this episode, please leave us a rate and review so we can stand out among the other music podcasts. You can follow us at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Ear Coffee. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.